with inside water. And this is a 5-meter call, and this will be a penalty shot. Well, Garcia was able to get good position and no choice really but to foul. So this will be Katie Peterson who will attempt the shot from the 5-meter line. Peterson waiting for the signal. Now she's got it.
Great shot.
Fires it in. Riverside ties it at 1. For Peterson, goal number 65 on the season.
Apologies, everybody. Some technical difficulties here. We are online here. Riverside and Sierra, semifinal number 1 for the women. Game 2 of the day here. Semifinals Friday. Live from Cuesta College, SoCal CollegeSports.com's coverage of the 2017 Water Polo Championships. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, Carl White.
Julia Hemphill is fouled. Now enters it down low. O'Callahan working against the double team. And the foul called, they'll turn it over. Back to Riverside. Long
nice
pass ahead.
That was a great pass. Easily sets up a nice offensive possession here.
Now the Tigers will reset.
Go back down. There you go.
Open on the wing.
Let's see what she can do from there.
Godinez draws the foul. 11 seconds. Peterson at the point. Tries to lob it down low. Pass too strong. Brown there for Sierra. Looking for Ane Ramirez in the whole set.
You don't want to. Wow.
Hellickson started to drive but lost the handle. And gives it back to Riverside. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
I think she's looking for a foul there. She should have
tied at 1.
Put the ball in front of her and try to swim to the cage and make something happen.
Sierra comes in, having finished second in the Big 8 behind San Joaquin Delta, the top seed in the North, heading into the postseason.
There's a kick out there.
But it's Sierra that pulled the modest upset in the regional final, defeating San Joaquin Delta 6-3. They had been 0-2 against the Mustangs this season. So Sierra with victories over Cabrillo, American River, and then the mild upset over San Joaquin Delta. And they come in now as the top seed in the North against Riverside. And they are tied right now at 1 with 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. You're watching the men's and women's water polo championships on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Wolverines and Tigers tied at 1. Under a minute to go in the first period.
.30 seconds to run their man up. Let's see if they make smart decisions and get a goal from this.
Tigers with the man up advantage. Godinez off to Peterson. They skip it to the far side. Still plenty of time.
And
trying to set up Peterson. Box and slips that one in inside the post on the near side. And it's 2-1. Katie Peterson with both goals here in the first quarter, and Riverside has the 2-1 lead.
It's a great fake. She faked the goalie to the near side and came back and shot near side. So great offensive set right there.
Couple of changes for the Tigers as they set up defensively for the final 11 seconds. Come on with Ane Ramirez returning, along with Cassidy Muller.
Nice shot.
Down to 5 seconds, and the shot from out front, and Simonson with the save, and just throws that one away as time runs out in the first quarter. Riverside leading at 2-1. It's the 3C2A Women's Water Polo Championships here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. After an early goal by the Wolverines to give Sierra the 1-0 lead, the Tigers respond with a couple of goals late in the first period, and they have the 2-1 lead after one. Jeff Stoynoff, Carl White with you from Cuesta College. Tigers in a strong Orange Empire Conference. Finished second in the Orange Empire Conference behind Orange Coast College, but exacted a measure of revenge in the playoffs with the 9-6 victory in the regional semifinals to bounce the Pirates. I'm sure that had to be a pretty good feeling, and you know, when you can end the season of a conference rival,
that's always a good feeling.
It's got to be about as good as it gets. Maybe just behind winning the championship this weekend, which one team will do. Sierra wins the sprint, so they'll go on offense to start the second quarter. 2-1 the score. Riverside with the lead. They try to enter it down low. Recovered by Negrete at the 2-meter line. Tries to enter that one, a struggle. And a foul called.
Ordinary foul. Get it?
So the foul called on Riverside, but quickly turned over.
She wasn't ready for that
They
pass.
were trying to get it to Megan Plank, and I mentioned in the first quarter that Plank is the leading scorer, but Riverside, at least early on, has done a good job silencing Megan Plank, who hasn't even been able to get a shot so far. Entry pass is stolen. Rory Nuhaiwa ends up with the steal. Now the Wolverines will go back on offense, other than the one highlight in the first quarter, a terrific corner throw, setting up a goal for Friesen. There hasn't been a lot to get excited about for Sierra offensively here in the first half.
Great defense.
Friesen tried to go to the backhand,
Great
and she was stoned. Godinez on the defense. So it remains 2-1. Kate Fox dribbles it up on the wing. Fox has had a big postseason. She scored in 7 straight games.
That's very good.
And she has come up huge. 7 goals in the 3 postseason games so far.
This can be a shot here. Who's walking in?
Peterson walking
Great
in.
block.
Terrific block by Brown. Well, Peterson's gotten the better of it so far with a couple of goals, but that time Danielle Brown was able to get the stop. There'll be a corner throw for Riverside now as it's out off of Sierra goalkeeper Danielle Brown.
Nice
They
pass.
skip it across. One-timer
block.
blocked by Brown again. Boy, Brown took a terrific angle on the one-timer. This will stay with Riverside once again. It was Nicole Weber.
They got a bleeding player right now, so injury timeout.
6:07 to go. And we'll have a replacement for Riverside. Daphne Garcia returning.
She must have got popped. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, just a nosebleed. It looks like Anae Ramirez able to get out, and they'll take a look at her as Garcia replaces her in the lineup. And we'll have another corner throw, this one coming from Weber on the near side. Now, interestingly, Weber is allowed to move in, but can't take a shot.
Yes.
Is that right? So
she's allowed to move the ball, but she is not live. So being live means you are allowed to shoot the ball. So she wasn't live, so she has to look for a pass there. So the defense could have just left her there for the entire quarter, and that's what they did. Or not the entire quarter, the entire shot clock.
Plank hounding Garcia. Great entry pass down low, and the push shot is blocked by Brown. Weber had a shot point blank, but Brown able to smother it, and the score remains 2-1.
Turn inside.
Backhand shot wide of the mark. Pretty good look.
All she needed to do there was just take the ball, make a half turn inside, and then go towards the cage, and she could have had a better shot on goal.
Sydney Vanderpool elected to go to the backhand and just wide on the shot. Still 2-1. Another foul called. And they keep the pressure on Peterson.
Leading scorer,
well out front. Yeah, they just want to get the ball out of her hands if they possibly can anyway.
Absolutely.
New Highwa on the defense.
Oh, great pass.
Terrific entry pass.
See what she can do with it.
Down in the whole set, and they're trying to kick that one out, and a shot clock violation just as Weber had a very good look. Just ran out of time. They were trying to find Kate Fox in the whole set. Scoreless second quarter so far. We were 2-1 at the end of one, and that's where we are right now. Negrete on the wing. Tries to enter it down low. Looking for Vanderpool. And it's Simonson.
Both these goalies are real active. They have no problems coming out and taking the ball away from an offensive player.
Midway through the second quarter.
One more pass.
Garcia.
Oh, you should.
Terrific pass. Weber. Inside water from the left.
There you go.
Is this going to be a 5-meter call?
No, that's just a kick out.
Okay, so an exclusion will give the Tigers a man up. They quickly work it to Peterson. Skip pass on the far side. Back to Peterson. She scored from this spot earlier on a man advantage.
Ah, great.
Terrific pass inside.
Very good.
Tigers go up 3-1.
So by Peterson coming out like that, the defender is now stuck with a choice. Do I follow the leading scorer or do I stay on the post? She elected to follow the leading scorer, left the post wide open. Great pass, better shot.
And it's Nicole Weber able to push it in inside the 2-meter line, and it's 3 unanswered now for Riverside, and they now lead at 3-1. Well, in our first game, this is right about where we saw a run from the other team, and we would to get it back.
So maybe
pretty much to a tie game. Nobody was really able to take firm advantage, but right now the Tigers have the momentum. The Wolverines will need to answer.
See what happens.
Pallinger. Here. Off to Hannah Perry on the wing. Perry, as they work the double post.
Oh.
The entry pass kicked back outside. Sierra maintains possession. Down to 11 on the shot clock. Turnaround shot. The lob is wide of the mark.
I don't know if that was a lob. I think she just maybe lost the handle on the ball and kind of just slipped out.
I like to give her the most benefit of the doubt I can. It was Grace O'Callahan who tried to find the post on the near side, but wide of the mark. And it's still 3-1. The Tigers defense really stifling the Wolverines so far, and they have the 2-goal lead. Garcia enters it, turnaround shot. Brown positioned well with the stop. Anae Ramirez. With the turnaround shot. Yeah, it's Ramirez who has checked back in the game, so Ramirez left briefly. with a cut, a contusion, I believe, is the technical term.
He called that a heavy foul on the perimeter, so.
She has returned. Meanwhile, a foul called.
But it's a heavy foul on the perimeter turned into a kick out. So
this will be an exclusion. It'll be at a man advantage for Sierra when we return. 2:44 remaining in the first half. Riverside leading 3-1. You're watching the 3C2A Women's Water Polo Championships on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Sierra back on offense. Man advantage, trailing it 3-1. Negrete off to Plank. Plank enters it in down low, the one-timer.
Great pass, great play.
Alexandria Jasso with the goal off the great feed from Plank.
Replay?
And it's 3-2. Do we have the replay on that one, Matt?
This went straight to Six. Six brought the ball in. And just a nice pass to the opposite post. Easy push in for a goal.
Well, you can't draw it up a whole lot better than that. And as we talked about a little bit earlier in this quarter, there have been a couple of real highlight reel type goals for Sierra for their 2 goals. But other than that, that's been pretty much interspersed with a lot of trouble offensively, really getting anything going.
Yeah, they've scored on both of their kickouts, so they need to find a way to score other than that. Otherwise, they need to keep drawing kickouts and keep drawing kickouts.
Dug out and stolen by Pallinger. And now Sierra looking to tie this one up potentially. The kick-out pass is stolen by Peterson.
So offensive turnover there for grabbing a suit. So that's one of the stranger differences between the men's and women's game is you cannot grab suit in the women's game. It is an automatic turnover all the time. Where men, you can get away with grabbing a suit a little bit easier.
Well, there's a little less material. Try finding the suit.
Has anybody ever been de-pants during a game, Coach?
I've seen it, yeah. I've seen several of my old teammates used to get out and they'd moon half the stadium.
Had to ask.
Fox on the turnaround, and that one wide of the mark. She might have lost the handle on the way up. More good defense from Pallinger, who's come in and I think really given Sierra a lift on that 2-meter defense, working down low. Counterattack developing here for Sierra. The lob is in. Tied at 3. Reisinger. Shanti Reisinger, and we'll take a look at the replay. And what great recognition by Reisinger. And, well, you can't do a whole lot better with the touch than that.
The goalie's just too far out there. She needs to stay a little farther back, and she won't let in those lob shots.
Well, I imagine that's one of the difficulties of being a goalkeeper is you want to move out to try and cut down the angle on a hard shot or a skip shot, I imagine, from outside. But you also have to be aware of the possibility of the room that you're leaving behind.
Yeah, I felt like she was a little too far out than she should have been. She was. Yeah, you want to move out, but you don't want to move out as far as she did.
Yeah.
And then, I know what she's trying to do. She's probably looking for the steal from the set like she'd done.
Well, you made the point earlier in the second quarter as well that these are active goalkeepers who've been out and aggressively challenging plays out away from the goal.
Yeah, but
and that time it might have burned Riverside as the score is tied at 3.
Yeah, that time she fell on her double-edged sword right there. So now the score's tied.
Trying to find Peterson, and they do. Has that one knocked away, another steal.
Interesting. No foul.
Megan Plank. So the leading scorers matched up against each other on that possession, and it's Plank who wins the day for Sierra. Under a minute to go, tied at 3. The Wolverines on a run. They quickly enter it down low. Good hands from Peterson. Pokes that one away and steals it after New Iowa started to make a move. About a 10-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Sierra will get it back. Tied at 3. You get the feeling it's going to be a weekend of close games here. Absolutely. All 8 of them here on SoCalCollegeSports.com, and we're tied at 3 here as we head toward halftime. Entry pass down low, kicked out quickly.
Oh,
they try to get it back inside. It's a loose ball, fought for and won by New Iowa.
I think she hit her arm and made the pass go a little short right there.
Yeah, Fox trying to kick that one outside, and for a moment, Muller appeared to be open on the wing, but nothing doing. Down to 9 seconds. There's the foul. They'll slough off a little bit. Oh. Boy, an entry pass down low, and Negrete had inside water for a moment, but couldn't get the handle. That'll do it for the first half. We head to halftime tied at 3 in the first women's semifinal in the 3C2A Women's Water Polo Championships here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Heading to the third quarter from Cuesta College, the Women's Water Polo Championships here on SoCalCollegeSports.com, semifinal number 1. And Carl White, big surprise here, tied at 3, another close one. Sierra down briefly at 3-1, but really picked it up in the second half of that second quarter. Something seemed to click, and now they carry a little bit of momentum here into the second half. As I talked about, Sierra, one of the teams that came in here on a full-on winning streak, as they pulled the mild upset in the regional final, so they've won all 3 of their postseason games. So they come in here on a roll. They're tied at 3. They turn it over on the first possession, and here comes Riverside.
And that's exactly what you want going into the postseason, is just having that momentum, especially in this big atmosphere. You know, if you can hear all their fans are chanting for them, have been chanting for them the entire game. So sorry.
No problem. Trying to get it to Fox down low, and we have a foul called as she continues to work against Alexandria Jasso.
Look up top. There you go. Yep, absolutely.
So we got, is this an exclusion?
That's
and it is.
Exclusion, yeah. She didn't give the offensive player a chance to make a drive. So that is defense taken away an offensive player's advantage, so it is a kick out.
Skip it back out top. Godinez on the far side. Peterson, who has a couple of goals, blocked by Brown over the crossbar. Well, interesting that was blocked by Brown and over the crossbar, but it goes back to
they didn't.
Sierra.
I think the referee missed it. You and I both saw.
Yeah.
I thought
maybe they think they just went off the crossbar, but
yeah.
A break perhaps for Sierra as they get it back. Still tied at 3. Negrete will dribble ahead. Tries to go across. Tough defense by Godinez, but Reisinger able to keep it. The entry pass looking for Plank. Megan Plank draws the foul.
That was interesting. I think she might have been trying to go for the turn, or she didn't realize how far outside of the post she was.
Trying for the turnaround.
Yeah.
But not a lot of room there for Stephanie Friesen, who also had a goal in the first half. Ramirez trying to enter it down low, and does. Turn around shot wide. Garcia with a pretty good look. And again, you see more of that double post offense from the Tigers.
It's the same with Sierra. They're both running, their sets pretty close together.
Plank in transition, backs it out. Now they enter it down low. Turnaround shot from Negrete, blocked by Simonson. A scramble for the loose ball, and it's going back to Riverside. Boy, nice ball movement on the last set there. A terrific touch pass to Negrete, who got a pretty good look.
Yeah. It's a good look. The goalie just made a wonderful block. Oh, that was a...
Looking for Weber, and the pass just off the mark.
She made that pass. Could have had something there, but... Oh.
They're trying to enter it to Peterson, who continues to battle.
And she
down low, working against Alexandria Jasso.
She hit her player in the face. She wasn't expecting that pass.
So Peterson not ready. Katie Peterson with a couple of goals in the first half has led the way for the Tigers.
Ooh, good block.
Shot from the 5-meter line, and Simonson with the block on Negrete. Still tied at 3, winding down toward 5 minutes to go in the third period. Now this is Weber at the point, trying to enter it in down low, kick back outside. Upton refeeds, backhand shot in. Kate Fox with her first goal, and we talked about Fox having a very good postseason as we go to the replay. And this is pretty much just a one-timer from Kate Fox on the backhand shot.
That was a sneaky backhand. The goalie wasn't ready for that at all.
So the Tigers back out in front. Sierra had the briefest of leads in the first quarter before the Tigers responded with a run of 3 goals to eventually open up a 3-1 lead.
That's a kick out. Yep. Absolutely.
So exclusion.
So what happened there was the foul is fine. You can commit a foul, but you cannot sweep the ball away that far after a foul because that is taking away the player's advantage, or not the advantage, but it's taken away the player's ability to make a pass after a foul.
It's kind of like almost like a delay of game type situation in some other sports where because the play clock keeps running, so you're essentially penalizing the other team.
Well, with water polo, the play clock should stop for a second or two after a foul to give the player a chance to go back to the ball. And usually once they put their hand on the ball, the clock will start to run again. So the defensive player right there did not give the offensive player a chance to go to the ball and make a pass, so that's a kick out. And especially since she threw it almost halfway across the floor.
Yeah, it could potentially be very costly, as that's a man advantage now for Sierra after the Tigers had just gained the lead with a goal. So the timing not the best if you're Riverside.
Yeah, let's look for Sierra to run another play and try to get their post players, number 7 and number 10, in the picture.
So Danielle Brown will bring it ahead. And again, they set up in the 4-2 here with the man advantage. Working around outside. Hayward.
Great block.
Blocked.
It was a great block.
By Simonson, recovered momentarily by Sierra. Now Riverside's got it back. Nice job by Godinez digging that one out. Now the Tigers want to set up a counterattack if they can. Loroff, who has checked into the game on the wing, starts to make a move, draws the foul. Hayward on the foul. Weber swings it across. Godinez wants to enter it down low, instead goes back to Peterson. Peterson well outside. Hanging, shot, and Brown able to get a hand on it, make the stop.
Riverside's shooting himself in the foot because if you notice on the offensive set, half of their players were outside of almost 7 meters. So Sierra, all Sierra has to do is just drop back, and Riverside will never get a chance to put the ball into 2 meters. There you go, 5-meter pass.
Pass down low, penalty shot coming. Looking for O'Callahan in the whole set.
Defensive player just didn't know where the ball was, or saw the ball but didn't see her player. So an unfortunate mistake that should lead to a goal right here.
Rory Nuhaiwa.
Whoa,
blocked.
Nice block.
Simonson with a huge stop. Remember that play on the shot by Nuhaiwa. 3:25 to go in the third. And the penalty shot comes up empty. Do we have a replay of it while the Tigers set up? I think we have this one here. Yeah. You see just the tail end there.
Yeah.
That's just a good guess. Looks like by Simonson and able to make the stop. Play clock running down to 3 seconds. Peterson backing up, gets a shot on goal, but Brown able to make the stop.
She is not afraid to shoot.
Well, I think she knows what she does for this team. Knows what her job is here. But I think you made the point on the previous possession. It's worth noting again.
Oh.
Too much of the offense, it would seem, coming from 6, 7, 8 meters out. And it's hard to imagine you're going to have a lot of success taking so many shots from that range.
If they get the right shots, that's not bad. But, the Sierra goalie's done a good job of blocking almost everything that's come her way.
Perry tries to find a cutting Amber Hellickson, but the pass broken up, and Riverside has it back. 2:28 and counting to go in the third. 4-3. Riverside has the 1-goal lead and the ball. Pallinger with good defense on Weber, but picks up the foul call. Now she'll slough off. Back up a little bit while they set up the offense.
Good pass.
Peterson gets it down low. Fox working down low against Hayward, has to kick it back out.
Their whole offense is outside 5 meters. Their whole offense.
Only one player even at the 5-meter line. And the lob from 7 meters out catches the crossbar. Scramble for the ball, and Danielle Brown wins it for Sierra. Sierra still trailing it by 1. But you have the sense that the offense has really gone away for Riverside, even though they're leading right now 4-3.
And Sierra's just missed opportunities. This should be a 5-4 game, but Sierra's just come up short in the 5-meter shot, direct shot, and oh, there you go. Now it's a tie again. Sorry.
The goal backing up. What a job Mackenzie Pallinger, as we take a look at the replay, and Pallinger here really backing away from the goal, but you can't place it any better, just inside the post on the far side. Ties it at 4. 1:34 to go in the third.
Gotta love the passion that the Sierra fans are bringing.
Well,
every
it's an
goal.
exciting weekend for Sierra, too. The men and the women both made it here to Cuesta for the Final Four.
Yeah, the men are gonna have a real tough game.
Yeah, it's they get
It's
they were the upset. They were the Cinderella story to get here, and they get a pretty tough assignment right away. Hello, Golden West at 29-0 coming in.
They get Goliath.
Yeah,
and I don't know if David brought his slingshot this time, so we'll see what happens.
It's you know, in the story that you read, David wins, but in my experience, in the world of sports, Goliath seems to win an inordinate amount of the time.
I think
so.
You know, as much as I love the Sierra coach and everything he's done with the program, and you know they've got good players on the team, I think Goliath is just going to bury them.
Golden West is a juggernaut this year, and you know, 29-0, and as we talked about at the top, and we've mentioned today, unlike a lot of the other sports, they've already met some of the teams that are here. This is not they're getting their first look at some of these teams. They've already beaten everybody, so it's a question of can they do it 2 more games and clinch a championship here, and that of course remains to be seen. But they've already had success against some of these teams. Backhand shot off the post. Loose ball corralled.
I don't know. I think I felt like that should have been a call.
Simonson. Now, what should have been the call?
Was it number 3 and number 2 here were both going for the ball. I felt like Riverside, number 2, the white cap, was going over Sierra number 3.
Yep.
So
battling Negrete, and maybe the Tigers get away with one there.
Yeah.
Down to 38 seconds to go. A turnover gives it back to Sierra. Reisinger on the far side, on the drive.
They have a man.
They have numbers if they can get it going. Into the middle, Negrete
shot.
from the 5-meter line, wide of the mark.
It was close. 20 seconds.
22 seconds.
So Riverside wants to run the entire clock. They want a shot with.
They do not have to take a shot, or they don't have to give the ball back.
No, they don't. They don't want to give the ball back. You want to take a shot with about 2 seconds left.
Colleen Loroff.
There you go.
Swings it across to Peterson. Peterson has to recover. Turnaround shot goes to the lob, and Brown able to just get her fingertips on it. Not a bad shot from Peterson under pressure.
Not a bad
there
one at all.
defensively from Alexandria Jasso, who's been matched up with her for a lot of the third quarter. We get ready for the fourth quarter here, tied at 4 in the women's semifinals of the 3C2A Water Polo Championships. Heading to the fourth quarter from Cuesta College. the men's and women's water polo championships here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. So happy you've joined us. Riverside and Sierra tied at 4 through 3 quarters as we get ready for the sprint here to start the 4th. And Jeff Stoyanov, Carl White back with you. And Carl.
Yeah.
It's been a nip and tuck struggle here, and another one where you get the sense that one possession, one big play here might ultimately tell the story. And unlike our first game, this one's lower scoring, so we might be talking about 1 or 2 goals here that clearly could make a difference.
It might just be the one goal. You know, this game could end at 5-4 the way both these teams are playing defense. And, you know, I feel like that's just a lot of the way that women's water polo goes. It's just, you know, 2 good teams will play more defensively than offensively, and it'll be low scoring.
Negrete, guarded closely by Ramirez, draws the foul, tries to enter it in down low. The triple team comes, and they knock it away and steal it. Again, they try to get it to Megan Plank, who's really been held in check today. But, you know, to be fair to Megan Plank, how much are you supposed to be able to get done against the triple team when they're converging on you like that to really try and take that option away?
If she was superhuman, she would have gotten that off, but clearly she's immortal. So.
We were talking a little bit about superheroes in between the course, so we were sort of thinking about that. If she had a superpower. Peterson, after the foul, holding on the far side. Up top to Garcia.
Lob. Oh.
Shot from way out front.
That surprised me.
Catches the post. Garcia tried from downtown. Quick pass from Brown, trying to set up a transition opportunity. Negrete is fouled.
Center cage.
Quickly gets it to Plank. Skip shot off the post. That is the best look by far that Megan Plank has had so far in the game, and she nearly took full advantage.
Hey, Riverside got lucky there.
Yeah, Tigers dodge a bullet. We're still tied at 4. Skip pass on the far side, nobody home. They're trying to find Peterson, who's moved to that wing spot on the far side.
Again, Riverside is putting their offense all the way
Skips
up
it
to 5.
across. Weber lost the handle, gets it back. The lob off the crossbar. Brown able to retrieve.
Riverside's playing an interesting game. They are looking for their leading scorer, or to wheel and deal or get a shot out. But I feel like they could maximize their opportunities if they got their top line down within the 7-meter line.
Negrete looking for Plank on the drive. That one's blocked by Simonson. Sierra had the rebound momentarily, but it's dug out, and the Tigers have it back.
Yeah. No. That's a bad call.
Friesen wanted a foul call, I think, as she was battling for that ball. It didn't come.
That's on the referee. I feel like he should have made a call.
Do you think Friesen was fouled on that on the scramble for the ball?
There was definitely contact there, but the referee could have done a better job of calling a foul sooner and making sure that that kick out couldn't have happened. I think that was entirely preventable. I mean, they're both playing hard. They're both going for the ball, and that's, as coaches, that's what you want. But when the emotions are running high like it is in the state semifinal, one little thing where if she felt like she get punched or pulled in the wrong moment and she does something wrong, the referee sees the something, and like that you get a kick out there, and now Riverside has a man-up opportunity. And
the man-up could be huge. We've already seen Riverside take advantage of a man-up opportunity earlier in the first half, and in a 4-all game with just under 6 minutes to go, as we talked about.
Yeah. And the way these teams are playing defense.
One goal, 2 goals.
If they score this goal right here, that could be the game. I mean, it's weird to say with 6 minutes left, but the way they're playing, it's going to be a real close 6 minutes.
Well, Coach, I just want to point out that the scoreboard clock says 558 minutes.
We're not. Yeah.
We're not
going to be here that long.
Sadly, we don't have the technical logical advantage to put these little dots or colon.
We'd be introducing our entire month-long coverage of the Water Polo Championships here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. We'll be with you through the new year.
Yeah. I'd love to stay here. It'd be fine.
This is your setting. You are very excited
weather's
to
nice
be here
today. It was raining last night, so
it's turned into a beautiful afternoon.
Absolutely. Beautiful afternoon at our aquatic center, which we've kind of nicknamed the Bone Aquatic Center. I might get in trouble for saying that, but oh well.
Upton, up top. This is Garcia.
One more pass. There you go.
Swinging around. Weber over to Peterson.
That's the girl you wanted,
that was partially blocked.
Great block.
At the point of attack, Rory Neuhaiwa able to get a hand up. So we're still tied at 4.
Yeah, offensive. Turned into her and pushed off. Can't do that.
So the turnover by Negrete. Here comes Riverside. Upton will dribble it ahead. Swing it across. Peterson quickly double teamed. Shovels that one back outside, finds Weber.
There you go. Riverside starting to
Ramirez
down.
Upton.
Hand
Down
up.
low, backhand shot, and Brown able to just get a piece of it. Fox trying to go to that backhand shot. She scored on that earlier for her lone goal today and tried to go back to the well as we're under 5 minutes to go, tied at 4. If we get a Sierra goal here in the final few minutes to take the lead here, the crowd right to our left is going to explode.
Oh,
we're going to get a reaction.
It's going to be deafening.
The mics are going to pick it up.
Yeah.
Entry past a Plank and a foul called. It's going to stay with Sierra.
Our other camera guy should definitely watch that when they
turnaround shot from Plank over the crossbar.
There you go. He protected the camera.
That's it.
He did his job.
Leave it to Mike Cepeda, jack of all trades here at SoCalCollegeSports.com. Announcer, producer, key grip. Guy does everything.
All around great guy.
Yeah. Peterson on the wing. Back up top to Ramirez.
Walk-in shot. Nice shot.
Off the crossbar. Loose ball in a battle. Brown able to dig it out.
It's a good shot.
Garcia had a shot at it for a moment, but Brown quickly to the ball. Both goaltenders have been outstanding in this one. Limiting just 4 goals to the opposition. So that's a good start, but a number of good saves as well. This one swung across to the far side. Plank from the wing tries to lob and does!
Wow. You should definitely
Megan Plank, first goal today.
There you go. Just watch,
and
watch
it's
the arc
huge
on this thing. Flying. Boom. That had at least 3 seconds of hang time.
Yeah, I mean, Simonson's ready. And what can you do?
And she did everything the goalie was supposed to do. She tracked it. She got her hand up. It just barely went over her fingers.
54th goal of the season for Megan Plank. And she'll come out of the game. Wholesale changes for Sierra. And they lead at 5-4, under 4 minutes to go. A 4-1 run for Sierra after they trailed by 2 goals early at 3-1. They have rebounded nicely, and they have the lead. Their first lead since 1-0, but answered quickly. Anae Ramirez, just outside the 5-meter line, places it perfectly. It's starting to be eerily similar, Carl, to Game 1.
Yeah.
A lot of defense early, and then a flurry of offense here. That's just back-to-back goals on great shots in the last couple of possessions.
That's something that fans love to see, you know. High-scoring games. Well, still not really high-scoring, but just...
Yeah, what do coaches like to see? One-sided scores? Is that pretty much...
one-side scores or, 1-0 games.
You guys like to see blowouts. Nobody else really likes to see that, but you guys, that's when you're happiest. A scramble for the ball.
Still going. Oh!
Still battling, and now a whistle comes in, and the Tigers will have it. Garcia battling against Pallinger and wins the ball.
You got 2 girls. She got a foul outside.
Peterson.
Oh, she can't shoot now.
And now Perry will back off. They'll swing it across looking for Garcia. Pallinger has the steal. So Garcia and Pallinger trade steals as we wind down to 3 minutes to go. Still tied at 5. Well, quite a start to the weekend. We had overtime in our first game. West Valley an 11-10 win over Long Beach to advance to the men's final tomorrow. And here with 2:44 and counting to go, we're tied at 5 again. Are we looking at overtime one more time? Skip pass.
No, I hope not.
New Hiwa goes to the lob
lob
again, but Simonson on that one quickly, ready for that shot. And a good adjustment by Simonson in goal to come up with the save there.
As fun as overtime is, it's a little, it's a little nerve-wracking.
32 minutes is enough for you?
Oh, yeah.
Daphne Garcia with the entry pass looking for Fox, but it's stolen. Sierra's got it back as Amber Hellickson does a nice job defensively.
And they're on the counterattack. They got numbers.
New Hiwa has it poked away. There's the foul.
There you go.
They'll quickly go back to it.
Shot.
Shot from Perry. Hannah Perry.
Good shot. She might have had a pass across cage, which is maybe where the goalie was looking.
Well, right now with 2 minutes remaining in the game, that's the goal of the season for Sierra in a great year that they have had, coming in with a record of 24-5.
Correction, goal of the year so far.
yeah, exactly. It's that right now, that's the goal of the season. They would love for another goal to supplant it before it's all said and done, would Sierra, I'm sure. But right now, that is a massive goal and a 6-5 lead with under 2 minutes to go.
Now, Sierra needs to not let the two Riverside scorers, with the ball right now.
Peterson enters it, looking for Godinez. Godinez can't get the handle.
Good defense.
Brown will trigger it.
See, now you want to score here, but you don't want to score too quickly because you want to take time off the clock. And a two-goal game would be great with, a minute left.
Hayward finds Plank.
Like that.
Enters it down low, the one-timer. But that shot was a little too wet, I think.
Yeah.
Jasso with a pretty good look, but couldn't quite skip it past Simonson. And with 1:18 to go, timeout taken. 78 seconds away, 6-5 Sierra with the lead over Riverside. You're watching the 2017 3C2A Women's Water Polo Championships here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Back at Cuesta College, 6-5. Sierra, the top seed in the North, with the 1-goal lead, 78 seconds away from a spot in the championship game tomorrow afternoon. Godinez backing up, lost the handle. Swings it back up top. Fox has moved outside. Swings it across. Garcia lost the handle, but was still able to enter it to Weber, but it's dug out and stolen.
Great steal. Now you got to just run the clock and get a shot off within the last 5 seconds of the shot clock.
Hayward able to knock that one free and get the big steal under a minute to go. The difference about 24 seconds.
Oh, but he's playing keep away
between shot clock and game clock. So Riverside will get it back, but obviously
the
Wolverines with an opportunity here.
Why is he not? Oh, she's not looking.
Not looking to make anything happen in the way of a shot. I don't know what the downside would be to taking a shot there for Reisinger. She's still going to take time off the clock, even if she dribbles forward with that. But in any event, they'll take the 30-second violation and now take their chances with one defensive set here, Carl, with 25 seconds to go. And Riverside needs a goal to prolong things.
I don't know what she was thinking right there. That's a play that every coach practices. End of the game, you spread out, you wait for the defender to come to you, and before they get to you, you pass the ball to the next person, make the defense swim to you.
And ultimately, if you can produce a one-on-one with the goalkeeper, then you want to try and take advantage of that if you can.
Well, there shouldn't even been a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. I don't know what happened there. These two Sierra girls were pretty close together. She just wasn't thinking about offense, and now hopefully they can get a stop here on defense.
Godinez on the wing.
Pass over.
Skip pass across to Garcia. Foul called. 16 seconds. Peterson working in the low post.
That's the game.
And the pass knocked away.
That's game.
Sierra's got it. They don't need to take a shot. They'll just kill the time and a foul called.
No, he called the timeout.
A timeout taken. Okay.
Yeah. To protect.
6 seconds remaining. Timeout taken from the Sierra sideline. And there's not, at this point, unless I'm missing something, there's nothing Riverside can do.
I think
All Sierra has to do is simply take care of the ball for 6 more seconds.
All right, so what he should do is he's going to put the ball with the goalie in the cage, and then the pass, you just got to make a pass to put the ball in play. So they put the ball in play by just dropping the ball in the water. Not like dropping it in front of them and letting it fly away, but just like, one of these, just a little bounce in the water, and then just we're going to pass the ball away. But
yeah, if you fire it all the way down to the other end of the pool. 6 seconds remaining here for Sierra. And at the end, a date in the Women's Championship tomorrow afternoon here on SoCal College Sports against the winner of our second women's semifinal. That comes up later today.
Well, ball in play, and then you got to make a pass. And that's
fires it down. Gets it over to Reisinger.
And there they go.
And that will do it.
Great game. That was a great
Sierra
game.
with a little early adversity. They trailed it 3-1, but they came back, tied it up at the half, and then hold on for a 6-5 win in our semifinal coverage here. Sierra moves on to the championship with the victory, 6-5. A reminder now for everybody watching, we will step aside briefly, rejoin you with another stream, get you ready for the second men's semifinal coming up. That'll be Sierra and Golden West. We'll have that for you coming up here. Should be about 10 or 15 minutes, but obviously keep an eye at our site, www.socalcollegesports.com. You can also search for our channel on YouTube. It's SoCal College Sports 1. For everybody involved here at SoCalCollegeSports.com, Matt Henson, Mike Zepeda, Jorge Zepeda, I'm Jeff Stoynoff. Thanks so much for joining us. Want to, of course, pass along our thanks to Carl White, joining us all day and offering his color commentary, and we certainly appreciate that as well. Sierra, with the 6-5 win, moves on to the championship. We'll rejoin you in a bit here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.